Let's all stand up.
Okay.
Let's all stand up. And nice and tall, I want you to go up on your tiptoes, like so. Up on tiptoes. Good. And as you do this, I want you to bring your arms up and down. So bring your arms up and down. Up and down. And when you're bringing arms up, I don't want you leaning forward. I don't want you leaning back. It's a nice straight line from shoulders down to ankles. Up and down. Now, let's see who remembers. Are we breathing in or out when we go up? In. So when we go up, like so, your diaphragm pushes down, pelvic floor kicks in, and a big muscle called transversus gives us a big internal hug in our abdomen. And that creates more control for your body to work from. What I'd like you to do now, you guys standing with your feet apart, bring your feet together as you do this. So feet together, and you'll notice all of a sudden there's a change in balance. Hi there. That's all right. There's a change in balance. So bringing feet together makes the balance work extra hard, and when balance increases, when balance, just pass it back. When you increase, when you make balance work harder, the core has to work better. Now, over the next 30 seconds, try doing that with your eyes closed. So eyes closed, a bit harder. Was that hard? Good. Gee, everyone's doing this well. Been practicing? No. Up and down, up and down. So in a working week, we tend to spend a lot of time at our desks. This makes the calf muscles tight. We tend to be in tight positions. This gets that back. This is very good for toning of the calf muscles. Now open your eyes. I just want you to rest your arms down, okay? And as you're doing your calf raises, just like that, I want you to notice whether at the front of the foot, when you go off, so as your toes are coming off or as your heel's coming off, whether you go to the side, whether you go forward, I want you to try and maintain good control without going to the side like that. So for people at home, we don't want the legs going out in any way. Nice control all the way up. Nice straight line. Nice straight line. This makes sure that different parts of your calf is getting activated. And once you have this movement, or you're comfortable with this movement, just notice that. Notice which parts of the calf muscles are working to balance and control that movement nicely. And when you have that, one arm, then the other arm, and the other arm. So we're doing one side at a time. Nice straight line from shoulder down to ankles, and the knees are not losing form as you're doing this. Knees are coming straight. So knees are pointing straight, knees are pointing straight. And all of a sudden you'll start feeling different parts of the calf working. Keep going, 20 more seconds. Very good, and reach nice and further up. Reach up, reach up, reach up. 5 more. And stop there. Shake your arms, Shake your legs. Next, you're going to be lying down on your back, like so. Lying down, you're going to bring your arms up and down. So knees bent up, knees together, feet together. Bringing your arms up and down as you do this. Not holding your breath, you're breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Nice consistency. Everyone at home. Knees together, feet together. Arms coming up, past your ears. And as they come up, it's when your arms come past your ears, that's when we tend to hyperextend the spine. You want to try and maintain good control through the spine so you're feeling the spine on the ground and it's quite level as you're doing this. And out. And if you're unsure, just close your eyes so you can feel the pressure of the spine on the ground or the mat. And keep going. 30 seconds. Good control, guys. Everyone's doing this well. And it's all about the quality of motion. So keep elbows straight as you do it. Keep your elbows nice and straight. And nice movement right through. Keep going. And now lift your left leg up. So left leg up, knee goes to point to the roof, toes point to the roof, and arms. And arms. So all of a sudden we've decreased the base of support. We're holding one leg up. Starts getting the core control working a little bit more. That's it. We've changed the base of support. And by doing this, you're still trying to maintain good control from head down to the pelvis. So the pressure of the spine, being consistent on the ground. Nice control. And now swap legs. So then the other leg goes up. So when you're at home, if you want to, put yourself, if you don't have any access to any reflections or mirrors, usually doing this in front of mirrors is very good because you can check your form, you can see how your knees position. Sometimes people's knees sort of sit here, they don't realize that the hips and knees should be exactly at 90 degrees, or they can't access that, or they're not aware of it. So that's where reflections come in. Otherwise, just having a video playing of you doing this is very easy to then work out whether, and you can watch yourself back to see your form, your quality of motion. So keep going with the arms. Keep going, doing very well. 10 more seconds and then we'll do both legs up. 10 more seconds and then both legs up. And keep the arms going, both legs up. Knees together, feet together. Good. Excellent. Now, when you do both legs up, if you feel tension through the back or it starts hurting the back, just put one leg down. Now we've completely decreased the base of support. So for everyone at home, it looks like this, 90 degrees. Breathing in and out. In and out. And as you do this, if you can have a conversation with someone while you're doing Pilates like this, you're doing the breathing technique right. It means you're not holding your breath. 15 more seconds and then you get to put the legs down. Excellent. Drop the legs down, but keep going with the arms. I just want you to keep going with the arms up and down. So you're lying down, legs are relaxed, but continue with the arms. So in everyday life, we hardly ever use our arms above our heads anymore. In today's world, everything lives from the arms at our side and up to about 90 degrees. By creating this mobility and movement from 90 to 180 is what we physios call it. It creates a way for the brain to understand the importance of mobility right through range. So the concept of if you don't move it, you lose it. And because we're moving through that range, it's very good for you. And everything that we do, it's for the brain. It's for the brain to know that we're utilizing something. Excellent. Now drop your arms down and I'll get you sitting up. Sitting up, you can give your arms a bit of a shake because you've been utilizing the shoulders. Give everything a bit of a shake. Give your legs a bit of a shake if you feel needs it. And I'll show you the next one where you're lying down like so, face down, and then coming up like a cat stretching. So for everyone at home, it looks like this. Segment by segment, head, neck, shoulders, and then lower back. So for everyone here, coming feet together, knees together, coming up and down. Coming up and down. Now when you come up, the common mistake people make is they get to this position and they squeeze their bum, trying to get that extra little bit. I don't want you to squeeze any bum. Coming up, keep everything relaxed, then coming down. Coming up, coming down. Let's do that. We tend to squeeze the bum just to get that extra extension. And it's a cheating movement. So if you have your eyes closed and you start off, you just notice how tight or how loose the body is. And then as you come up, you want to notice that sense of looseness right through. So this is a really good exercise for your arms. You're working the back of your arms, the shoulders, your pec muscles. And what this does allows you to build up that upper body strength that we tend to miss out on when we're working at desks. Just shut this door. Breathing in as you go up and breathing out. And once you have the pattern right, bring your knees together, feet together. Smaller base of support changes the way the biomechanics of the core work then. And if this is tough on your arms, you can do a few things. You can only come to here and then drop down. That's still okay. So you're like a cat, stretching up, segment by segment, only a little bit. Just like that. And if that's tough on your wrists, you can have your elbows like this, starting here and just coming up. Starting here, coming up. It's hot in here, isn't it? Yeah? Do you want to get a drink of water or something, or are you okay? Okay. Up and down. Up and down. So there's a few variations that you can do. 15 more seconds. Excellent work. And stop there. Now, what I'd like you to do is, you've been in this position for a while, just come back into this position, really stretch yourself out. Really stretch yourself out. Let your arms stretch out. And you can see you're trying to really drop back down. And keep breathing as you're doing this. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And with your eyes closed, just notice where you feel the stretch. And then I want you to take your arms to one side. So for everyone at home, let's go to the right. Arms to the right and leaning back. Arms to the right and leaning back. You'll feel a nice stretch through the back of your arm. And through that upper spine. Keep breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And now we swap sides. So we're going to the right, now we go to the left. Breathing in and breathing out as you stretch. Once again, you'll feel a really nice stretch through the back of your arms and through that upper mid-back area. Helps open up these joints, helps open up, stretch these muscles that have been tight during everyday life. Excellent. And now you can relax that stretch. Come up into an upright position like this. Upright position like this. For this one, you can actually double up your mat if you find the pressure is a bit too hard on the knees. And the movement is like this. So arms outstretched like this. We don't hunch our shoulders. Arms outstretched like this. And you're leaning back in a straight line. So it's a straight line from shoulders down to knees, leaning back. So for everyone at home, I don't want you dropping your hips, so it's not going back like that. Leaning back and back into the middle. Leaning back and back into the middle. As this gets harder, we tend to shrug our shoulders like that. We don't want that. We want to have as much space between the ears and your shoulders. So really drop that down, leaning back and forward. Very good exercise for quads, and that's really getting a lovely stretch on the way back, and then creating a lot of control, and you need core to come back up. And if you're breathing right, you're maintaining all of this. Now, you've got your legs apart, bring them close together, and you can have your feet up like this or down like this. It doesn't really matter. There, and lean back. Just like so. So this is a really good exercise for quads and really gets everything working nicely. At home, if it is hard on your knees, double up using a mat. I've had a few athletes, after they've had knee surgery, they need to actually put a cushion in to do this. So it just creates a lot more cushioning. Good. After this, Hamrina has got 3 exercises she's going to share with you as well. And we're going to do her routine after this. Diego, sure you don't want some water? You alright?
It's just the hair, it creates a lot of sweat.
I see. Good. And relax there. Drop your arms. Okay. I'll get you standing up, give your legs a bit of a shake, arms a bit of a shake, and over to you, Hamrina. You can come over here.
So the first one we're going to do is actually a reverse plank. So get down onto the mat, on your backs, and you're just going to have your hands close to your bum, and then you're going to push off, have your glutes in the air, balancing on your heels, and just maintain this as a comfortable position, and we're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. Just trying not to let your glutes fall.
And if this is difficult, what can we do, Hamrina?
If this is difficult, we can just go into a regular glute bridge, which will be your shoulders are down. And you can start on your forearms and then just go up.
Good.
Perfect. And then just maintain that.
And what's the important part of doing this?
This is working your entire posterior chain to strengthen. So oftentimes people are doing planks, which is good for the core, but we want to strengthen through the whole posterior chain. And it is tough.
It is. Can you put your feet that way as well so people at home can see? Perfect. Yep, nice.
Good. All right.
Now with your arms up like this, the tendency is to not breathe. I want you to breathe in and out nicely. Breathing in and breathing out.
I think we can calm down, take a bit of a break, shake out the wrists. And then maybe we'll just do another 30 seconds of going down and up.
Let's do that.
Once everyone's ready. Okay. So the closer your hands are to your glutes and just right under your shoulders, the easier it'll be. It's harder if they're out here. Push it up. Good. And then we'll just go down, do a little bum tap, and push up.
Good.
2. That's okay, do what you can. 3. 7. 8. 2 more.
Quite a good test, isn't it?
10. Okay, we're gonna take a break. Just relax. Is that one too tough? Sorry.
Any of the tough ones is really a good test to practice at home. I often say, doing the tough ones for up to 2 minutes at home will really condition you up after 30 days. So definitely do that. Choose the tough ones because they will make the biggest impact.
And then maybe since this one is a little bit difficult, we can make familiar with a side plank on their forearms? Okay, so you're just going to be on your knees is easier. So forearm down on the knee, just coming up like this. So then this is working into the side chain as well. You're working your obliques, you're working the TA here. And then if you're very keen, you want to make it harder, you come up onto your feet. But here, yeah, knee's good here. There you go. And then just trying to maintain that position, not letting the hips fall forward or back too much. You don't want any movement there. So just holding.
And with this one, if you close your eyes, you want to visualize a straight line from head through to heart, through to the pelvis. And Marina, if you can go this way now so everyone at home can see as well. So that's the first one. So head, heart to pelvis, all in a straight line. And
that's the challenge.
The challenging one is to try and get the feet touching and not the knees. But as you improve, you can test that out as well.
You guys can take a break. It's a good hold. We'll go to the other side after this. Whenever we're ready.
You will also notice that one side is different to the other. And that's primarily because we are used to being either left or right side dominant. So sometimes the non-dominant side becomes shakier. And if you are getting the shakes, that's okay. That's a good sign that there needs improvement.
All right, and we can come down. How does that feel? That was okay? Perfect. So there's 2 more exercises after this. While you guys take a little bit of a rest, I'll show you the next one. So it's just going to lying on your back, and we're going to try and do big leg circles. Going clockwise, and then we'll do counterclockwise. The key here is you don't want your hips to come off of the ground at any point. So like when I get about here, my hip seems to rotate off. So then I would just bring that back and go as far as I can. You're maintaining core and pelvic control as you go. So we'll do 10 on the right leg going clockwise, and then 10 counterclockwise, and then we'll switch legs. This is also great because it's going to challenge your hip flexors, so you'll feel it in there, and a lot of people have really tight or weak hip flexors from sitting all day. You've done your 10.
That'd be good for you.
And if this is tough for Marina, can people put up their other foot?
Yes,
Can they just rest their other foot up?
Yeah,
So if that circle is not big enough for you, or you feel it's difficult, just have the other leg up. So you can bend the knee up. So Marina, maybe for everyone at home, just bend that other knee up to, drop this one down. Oh, sorry. Bring this one here, straighten it, and just show people how to do that with one leg up. That's it.
And hopefully everyone switched directions and done 10 the opposite way. We should be good to switch to your other leg now.
Yes. You will notice when things are getting harder, it's harder to keep that breathing consistent. So we naturally tend to hold our breath. So focus on the breath and make sure the movement is consistent and the movement is of quality. So I'd rather you finish one good movement than 10 bad ones.
And that should be 20 both legs.
And these 2 movements or these exercises you've shown, Marina, which muscle areas would they work on?
We're really working on your overall core control, which includes the pelvis, the back, and the core. And often often people think core is just your abs, but it includes everything, especially your hips and your lumbar spine. Looking good. Alright, feel free
Good.
to
Are
take
you
a
happy
break.
with that, Maureen?
Yeah, I think we're
Excellent.
everyone looks. Alright, and then the last one we'll do is just a little bit of, it's similar to the push-ups that we were doing with Kusal, but they're Supermans. So instead of pushing up with your arms, you want to create that movement through your lumbar spine.
Actually, move back, Marina, so you're on camera. That's it.
So we're just going to have our hands hovering near our chest level and then just trying to lift the chest off the ground. You can add in the legs as well. That's going to be a bit more of a challenge if you want to lift through the legs. Otherwise, keeping the legs down and then just starting here and lifting up as far as you can go.
Very good.
Breathing
Let's
in
do
on
this
the way
well.
up and then breathing down on the way. Breathing in up and breathing out on the way down.
And if you're spending a lot of time on computer, this is a really nice one to do to create control for the head and the shoulder blade. So it improves posture through that upper spine and improves the control through the lower spine.
Another 15 seconds. Alright, there we are. There you are, guys. And my last exercise.
Well done. Thank you, Marina. Good. So that was a nice little mix up to the routine that we've been doing over the last few weeks. And all of those movements actually create more control through the core. Next movement I'm going to get you to do, we're on all fours, like so. All fours, nice straight line from head down to the hips. So straight line from head hard to pelvis, and then you're taking one leg out to the back, like so. And as you do this, taking one leg back, like this. And at the end of the kick, I don't want you to really lose form through the spine. You want to keep a nice straight line as you kick back. The common mistake people make is they really arch up and they lose the form in the spine. They lose that straight line between shoulders to hips. You want to try and maintain that. And if this is hard on the wrists, you can make a fist. And if it's hard on the fists, then elbows, like that. Keep the breathing consistent. Good. And as you do this, keep, as I said, the breathing consistent, but also your eye line at your fingertips. Because as things get harder, we tend to tuck our chins in, tuck our chins into our chest. We don't want to do that. And swap sides. Do the other leg. Very good. So this is a really good exercise for glutes, hamstring, and the control that you have through that upper back. The longer you maintain good head control, so your chin's not tucked into your chest, nice straight line, you're creating better mobility or better control that ultimately improves posture when you're at your desk. Good. Now I'm going to add a progression to this. So the progression is, you can just watch me for a moment, give your arms a bit of a shake. They've been in that position for a while. As you bring your right leg out, I want you to extend your left arm. So left arm, right leg. Left arm, right leg. So for everyone at home, right leg goes out, left arm goes out. Excellent. If you are getting the shakes, that's a really good sign. It means you're working hard.
I must be working very hard.
And as you work hard, your core, as it continues to build, the shaky nature does go away. But it comes down to muscle memory. And the magic number is 3,000. Actually, it ranges from anywhere between 3,000 to 10,000. So if you're doing this and you're getting the shakes on one side, as you do this, after about 3,000 repetitions, muscle memory kicks in, as long as your form was good. And swap sides. Good. We're going to do 20 more seconds, and then we're going to finish off with a nice breathing exercise to get everything recalibrated. Recalibrate the body, the brain, and optimize it for work for the afternoon. And stop there. Stop there. Give your arms a bit of a shake, and I'll get you lying on your back. Lying on your back, very comfortable. And you can close your eyes and let yourself sink into the mat and stretch your legs out. Just let everything go heavy and feel from the head sinking into the mat down to the shoulders. Everything is just relaxing completely. Upper back, mid back, lower back, sinking in, glutes, just relaxing completely. Top of the legs, calf muscles, and your heels. Just relaxing completely. And with that, I want you to put 2 hands on your tummy. Put your 2 hands on your tummy. And when you breathe in next, I want you to expand where your tummy is. So breathing in, your tummy should go out. Breathing in. And then breathe out, tummy should go back in. Breathing in. You're going to breathe in through your nose, tummy expands. This is called diaphragmatic breathing. And breathing out. For the next part, as you breathe in, I want you to take another quick breath after you've taken your initial breath in. So it sounds like this, breathing in through your nose, and then one quick one at the top. And then breathe out. And as you breathe out, you can breathe out with pursed lips. So breathing in through your nose, one quick one, and then pursed lips, breathe out. Breathing in, keep following, breathing in, keep going, breathing in, we're going to do 2 more. Breathing in. One more. And after that breath, just let yourself relax. Relax in this time where you've worked your core, you've worked your pelvic floor, diaphragm, transversus, you've worked your calf, glutes, hamstring, lower back, upper back, neck, and very importantly, you've actually neutralized your breathing. And when we neutralize our breathing, there's something significant that happens. It aligns the body with the brain. And in everyday life, where we have everyday stresses, that alignment tends to shift. And it'll either shift into something based on happiness or sadness. So it's usually a stress response. So it's more of a emotion that is more on the negative side. And what that breathing mechanism or that breathing technique, what that does is it allows you to create a balance. And the research shows that even doing one of those breaths is enough to get the cortisol levels down. Cortisol is the stress hormone, allows that to balance out, and then prepares your body and then the brain for whatever you need to do next. I've got my athletes doing up to 4 breaths before they serve, go in for their serve, or before they go into bat, or before they go into bowl. I've got this breathing technique, I show it to my students before they go into present or before they do a job interview. So you can start building this into your daily routine quite easily. And the scientific term for this breath is the physiological sigh. And in everyday life, you may have seen this happen, the physiological sigh. It happens a lot when children are crying. So when children cry, they sort of take that double breath in. And that's because it gets the diaphragm functioning properly, and it opens up the tiny alveoli in our lungs, and due to stress they tend to lock up, so you're increasing the amount of oxygen that you can take into the lungs. And then with the pursed lips, as you let it out slowly, you're controlling the amount of carbon dioxide going out. And that creates a wonderful equilibrium for your brain and your body. Now, when you're ready, you can sit up. Sitting up, and that's today's class. Thank you. Well done.